Welcome back.
Bro, round three.
Round three.
Round three and round four. Round four.
Technically round four, actually, yeah.
Round five.
Round five, that's too many rounds. What?
Welcome
Hey.
back. Here we are.
We're back, baby.
Round five. Round four.
Round four.
Round four.
Technically round four, we're talking about we're on episode 2.
Episode 2. Episode 3?
Or technically episode 2.
Technically episode
Technically
2.
episode 2. Yeah. The pilot's kind of like an episode. It's more like yeah. But anyway.
Either way, I hope you enjoyed the first 2 eps, or first ep. We had some reviews that people want to actually see us play a game of chess.
Yeah.
Like, did you hear this?
No, well, I wouldn't be surprised, but I think
I'm dead set.
I would definitely they're just gonna watch me just get my fucking ass handed to me.
Well, I actually can't play chess. After all that talk, no idea. But anyway, today we're going to set some goals.
We're setting goals, baby.
Actually, who are we?
We're 2 PTs in a pod. Oh wait, no.
We're having a bit of a name retrace. We're thinking about renaming ourselves.
We thought about the name this morning. I thought it was hilarious. But I think we're just gonna stick to
Tell us what you think.
the Split Shift Pod. I think
Split Shift Pod or 2 PTs in a pod.
we'll leave that up to you. If
We
you
haven't
want-
applied for the business name yet, so
Yeah, we haven't trademarked either of them. So whoever gets at least the most votes, then it's gonna be on.
let us know. Let us know, and we can change. But today we're setting goals, and I'm very, very excited for this.
Yeah. So how we're going to structure this is that, well, goal setting. First off, what is it?
Goal setting is the part that the majority of people fuck up before they even start.
Correct.
I found like
Correct.
people focus on the wrong things, or they don't give it enough attention and energy as to compared to what it needs. You know, what is goal setting for you, man? Tell me about it.
Goal setting. It's direction. It's
direction?
It's a at least a tactical path on, at least making your goals turn from a thought onto paper, then to action. So you're essentially. Are you going for the move?
I'm going for the move.
Oh, damn it.
Sorry.
All right. So goal setting is such a pivotal thing for, obviously, when, like, from a coach's perspective, is that we want to set very clear goals. We want to set goals that's absolutely tailored for the client. And not only that you understand those goals, but those clients can definitely understand it, because that's what people I notice with clients and people experience. They have goals, but they just don't know how the fuck to really set it up. And
Literally.
like we spoke about before, like you mentioned, and they have the vision, the idea, but they just don't really know how to map it out.
And if you don't know where you're going, how the fuck are you going to get there?
How are you going to get there?
I always say, imagine setting goals like you're putting you're driving to Melbourne and you're putting Melbourne in your Google Maps. It's going to say, turn your location services on. We need to figure out where you're at now first to be able to direct you there. So we need that level of clarity. So how would you start? How would you open this up with one of your clients? If somebody came up to you and said, "Oh, Dan, I want to lose some weight," what would be your next sort of question?
Yeah, you're looking at when it comes to like clients who have, they come stepping in and they want an idea. Let's say I want to lose weight. We're going to narrow that down a bit more. So when you're looking at goal setting, you're looking to define, okay, what is their weight, like other things like weight loss targets, or like narrowing it down of like, what do they mean by that? How can they make it more, at least specific to them, and pretty much assess what is their, assess the path for them, just so they can get more clarity on themselves. Because people, they think they're looking at the big umbrella of just like, yeah, I want to lose weight or I want to gain muscle. And there's just so many tangents you can go into that, and everyone defines it so differently. So you have to really narrow it down further, down to its specific point of just like, what is that to you and how you're going to navigate through it. So that's at least the way I like to think of it. How do you think of it?
Oh, it's massive. Exactly like you just said. It's having that clear and concise goal, target on paper. Knowing where you're going is key. And like I said before, the majority of people might come in with all good intentions. I want to, have a more active lifestyle. I want to lose a bit of weight. I want to gain a bit of muscle. I want to be fitter, faster, healthier, whatever it is, without first identifying what that actually looks like to the person. Because an awesome result for one person might be minuscule to another, and vice versa.
100%,
So
yeah.
finding out what's actually meaningful to you or to that person, and then setting a clear, concise goal around that, so you can actually take the steps to be able to reach that. So for the way we do that, we work through SMART goals. There's a lot of you might know, particularly if you're in the corporate world. I'm sure you guys do. You got your KPIs, you got SMART goals, SMART targets. And do you want to run through SMART goals?
Absolutely. SMART goals is one of the core components that you're right. Like not even just in the in the industry of like coaching and health and fitness, but it's just such a great guideline to just setting goals in general. So if you're struggling in other areas of your life, SMART goals are the core thing.
Bro, you know what you're doing here, eh?
No idea.
No.
No fucking clue. Did I do something wrong?
No.
No, I'm getting it.
So,
I'm
okay,
getting the queen
we'll
out.
be on.
What are SMART goals? SMART goals is an acronym. Specific, that's our S. Measurable, for M. Attainable, for A. Relevant, for R. And then time.
Lowercase r.
And time, for T. SMART goals. So it's probably one of the biggest staples for setting goals. So specific. Make your goal specific to you. So like we mentioned before, you want to lose weight, right? Awesome. Get specific on that. Do you have a weight goal target? Do you have a clothing target? Do you have some sort of like make it more tangible? You can use metrics. You can use feeling, like stuff like that as make it more measurable. For the next one is, well, speaking of measurable.
Measurable.
Yeah. That's it.
You just did it.
I just
did
did it,
it.
boy.
Skip to the next.
I just get straight to the next one. I think we spoke about.
We're doing well. We're doing well.
Said SMART goals so many times in our years. It just kind of just rambles out.
Literally. I literally forgot about it until we started talking about this because we just do it that often.
We do it too much.
Yeah.
And is it attainable? Now you really have to drop the ego on if it's attainable, because some people set probably too high goals probably for where they are right now. Mm-hmm. Granted that like one day you probably could achieve it, but you have to ask yourself, is that 100%? Can I do that? Can I do that?
Or am I willing to commit to the thing that I need to do to be able to attain that?
Exactly.
Which is the thing that most people fuck up. They think, oh cool, I can do this. Jenny down the road did this, but Jenny also did 1,000 minutes of cardio a week and fucking ate 1,000 calories. Do you want that?
I don't think you do.
I don't think you do.
I don't think you do.
Jenny's fucking sad. She's sad as fuck.
No, you want to do that.
She's lean, but she hates her life.
You want to do it the right way. The smart way. Anyway, so you want to make sure that you have to like ask yourself, can I actually do this? Or are you willing to commit to it? Next one after that, is it relevant? Relevance is so important. We're going to touch base on relevance a little bit later based on our part 2, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But relevance is that are these goals, how are they important to you? Why are they important to you? Yeah. Just a little.
Don't spill the beans too early.
Little foreshadowing.
Yep.
And then time frame. Time frame is really great because I don't think people they don't put a lot of emphasis on time frame, purely because they think they have a great goal, but there's no end date or there's no end target. Mm-hmm. When if you have specific milestone points, whether if it's like your birthday, whether if it's like an anniversary, Christmas, whatever, maybe summer, like these really nice little moments in time, it not only creates a bit of urgency, so it gives you more incentive to get to at least that milestone point, but adds some excitement too, where just like, well, now I've got an start point, I've got an end point, and you can review from once you achieve that end point. You know what I mean?
Massively.
Smart goals.
Smart goals.
It's got to be smart about it.
Okay, it's your move, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So anyway, that is smart goals.
That is smart goals.
That's how you set smart. Oh, you motherfucker.
I think that was a good move.
That was it was all right.
Nice.
It was okay. It'll pass. That's annoying. Anyway, where to from here? So you've got the SMART goal, you've got your specific, measurable goal that you can take to a personal trainer or a coach or, fucking type into Google or whatever you want to do. The thing that most people miss on top of that is even if somebody comes and says, I want to lose weight, and we go, cool, how much do you want to lose? Okay, I want to lose 10 kilos. They got the specific goal. They've ran through all the actions to make it measurable, all the other things. The next step that I would take from that, so that's an outcome-based goal. you want to turn it into something that's actually going to change your life or make it realistic for you to maintain in the future. And anybody that's read Atomic Habits knows about what James Clear says, and you can need your outcome-based goal, but then you also need your procedures, so what you're doing day-to-day, week-to-week to make that happen, and then how you're changing your identity to help suit that as well. So that's the main thing from the SMART goal perspective that I'd run through with a client is what are we going to change about your life, or who are you going to become in order to not only achieve this goal but maintain it? Because like I say in every fucking video, there is no point doing something now if you're not going to be doing it in 6 months' time. And then you call me up, be like, hey Jamie, remember how we lost those 20 kilos and I felt really good? Anyway, I put it all back on again, so we've got to do it again. Never ever fucking give me that call.
Never.
Okay?
Never.
So you got to make sure that you're basing it around your identity, around who you're actually becoming to help support that goal that you're wanting to achieve. So let's say if you do want to lose 20 kilos, what actions do I need to take, or what's the process week to week, day to day? What's the week to week and day to day procedure that I'm going to need to go through to not only achieve that goal, but then to be able to maintain it?
Yeah.
And then who am I going to have to become long term to be able to maintain that in my life also, which is the identity. And that sort of links in with belief systems like we are talking about last week.
So I hope you watched that one.
You better. If not, jump back now. Fucking watch that shit. Because
all this shit we're talking about now, it's all well and good, but if you don't have the right belief system, mate,
it's all for nothing.
so go back to that one if you haven't seen it.
Literally. If you've got the specific goal and you come and you're going to pursue the achievement of said goal without first figuring out what is my process and what's that going to look like long term for me, am I prepared to live this way like that person that's achieved that goal, living that lifestyle? If I'm not prepared to do that, I'm going to end up yo-yoing. And then like we spoke about in the belief systems, once you start yo-yo dieting, yo-yo lifestyling, whatever, it starts chipping away at your confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
And then your identity starts going to shit. So focusing on who you need to become to achieve and maintain the result is fucking huge.
Massively. And I love how you mentioned the James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. That's probably one of the biggest staple books. If you haven't read that book, it makes so much sense on how to set up what's known as systems. And one of his quotes says, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems.
Massive.
So it's the systems that you create to ensure that you are uptaken to or being that person that you want to be, that version you want to self. So a lot of what with my clients, I mentioned the word, I'm like, we're creating a system. We're creating your system. It's not fucking Jenny's system. It's not James's system over there. This is your system, and it needs to be, like we said, specific, measurable, attainable. We use those SMART goals, but this system is ensuring not what you want to achieve within those initial goals, because that's where a lot of time the vision, it reaches its horizon of when you achieve that 20 kilo weight loss, when you achieve that PB, that long-term PB of a lift, or something, along the lines of that. And then where they think they're just got to go, oh, once I achieve that, where do I go from there? And it's the systems that you create, and not only that you're going to get there, but you can be able to sustain that and continue in achieving those goals for the rest of your life with the result and version that you want. The one that with looking at, at least what I tend to coin it as, is creating the best version of self. And I know it's super cheesy, and I say this to in my initial chats, in each goal session, we're creating this best version of self.
We love a bit of cheese. Cheese is good.
Cheese is really
Cheese is
good.
great.
Cheese is fucking good. Fucking thick cheese. And is this my turn?
I've been waiting for you for so
no,
long now. I'm like, shut the fuck up and play, dude.
And we're looking at this. Where was I at? We're looking at
Best version of yourself, cheese.
If you're looking at the cheese, the best version of self, I don't know how I got to that point.
I don't know. You're right, keep running.
It's not just of what you look like. It's more like what you feel like. What's that version of yourself wants to feel like, act like, think like.
Massive.
It's these, it's like finding at the peak of the horizon. I'm like, if that's what I want to see, that best version of myself, right now, what I see right now, what do I need to do to be ensure that I can be more like that? And you have to start thinking like that person. You have to start putting those habits and make like that. It is setting that long-term vision of that's the best version I want to see for myself. but it doesn't mean it's just, that's it, the end. And you can kind of reflect on like your own journeys as well. Like, fuck, how long have you been weightlifting for? Long time.
You wouldn't know, but a while. Well, I don't know, but
That's why we should have took steroids.
should have started steroids early.
early.
You know, we get heaps more clients. It'd be awesome. But
It's so easy.
here we are.
No, but now I'm just,
A while, a long time.
yeah, long time. I started weightlifting at 2015. Well, I was 15 years, 2014. No, shit, 2013. It was over 10 years ago. And 10
there we go.
years ago, and it started. And if I just said to myself when I was 15 years old, what is my long-term version of self? I doubt I would have ever said, done powerlifting comps, nationals for strongman, doing a fucking marathon this year, doing jiu-jitsu this year. I would never even said those things, ever. I'd probably be like, best version of himself, look jacked, shredded, go to festivals, probably get girls. Some shit like whatever a 15-year-old would think, right? But it's gotten to a point where you've set yourself goals, you set yourself these constant milestones. You've elevated that best version of self for so many years where you've started to open up doorways of thinking, fuck, like what else can I look to achieve? And you see that so much in clients, like how much when they come in, step through the doors, it's just like they think of like, I want to achieve this. And then once you work with them, once they're achieving, that belief system of theirs starts to open up doorways of just like, no, I can do this. No, I can do this. No, I can do this.
Absolutely.
Now they're doing the runs as well.
Exactly.
They're achieving PBs they probably never thought they could. They've sustained the body that they've always dreamed of. Probably even couldn't even think about at the time because they've fully surpassed that. That is the nature of goal setting. The special part around the journey is that it is never ending, and you never want to think of just the end point, because when you've achieved that peak of the horizon, well, that's your starting point now. Now you think of, well, where's that next level? It's kind of like human nature in itself, right?
Massively. 100%.
Yeah.
Well said, brother.
Thanks, man.
Well said. Nice.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn. I think we're still waiting for you.
Oh, sorry.
No, but that's absolutely massive what you said about visualizing who you want to be ideally and really working backwards from that. So starting with, okay, what kind of person, what kind of life do I want to live? And then work backwards from that. What do I need to do? And then what's my immediate goal around that? Whereas the majority of people will start in the reverse. So they'll start with, cool, okay, I want to hit those 20 kilo down. And I think the biggest thing that I want to make people aware of and really, really try to avoid is that yo-yo that we're talking about, because that is really going to be the biggest, the thing that's going to fuck up your mental state more than anything else. Trying and failing and trying and failing and trying and failing. So if you can avoid that at all costs by doing things right, setting goals the right way, getting your specific goals, focusing on your long-term ideal lifestyle and who you actually want to be, how that lifestyle looks for you, sort of getting their skin, think the way that person wants to think and seeing what the conflicts are. So if you've got that ideal best version of you, how is their mindset different to yours at the moment? How do they think day to day? How do they perceive situations differently to how you do currently? If you're going through, almost like a what would Jesus do kind of thing, except what would, but you know what I mean? Like what would my ideal version do in this scenario? If you can think like that and start changing the way you think, act, and, live your life around that, that will do amazing things to your results, both short and long term, But yeah, focusing on that, who you're actually becoming rather than what you're actually doing is the biggest thing by far. And also it'll open yourself up to understanding what is going to be realistic for you and what you are going to be able to adhere to, maintain, all that sort of stuff if you do focus on that end first. And then reverse engineer that back along the way. Because you might be like, okay, cool. This is how I ideally want to live. What result is that going to give me? So how I ideally want to live is I want to eat shit 6 days out of the week and train once a week, but I still want to lose 20 kilos. You're probably not going to get there.
It's probably not going to work. It's probably not going to work. So you need to set the bar where those actions and that system coming back to that is going to match that lifestyle, that result that you want. I love that you mentioned that, the what as well. So like even like asking yourself instead of just like, leave it open-ended of like, I wish I got to this, or like, I wish I can do this, or if only, something like that. Even just saying like, you know, okay, if I was that ideal version of myself, what is that? What do I need to do? Or how can I do it? So you're asking those what's and how's, which are more objective based questions to give you at least some direction to work with rather than just like, it's in the air, it's like a pipe dream. I'm just like, oh, like if only it would have been sick. And I'm just like, no, what do you need to do? How can you do it? Because you can do it. You absolutely can do it. It's just a matter of finding the method.
And you can get help for that. That's fine. But yeah, it's really just about making sure that you're focusing on who you're becoming, what sort of things you need to change, and how you want to live your life rather than just dropping 20 kilos.
Exactly.
You know, because if you're just trying to drop 20 kilos, you're going to put those 20 kilos straight back on because you'll be doing things that aren't going to be realistic for you to maintain.
Yeah.
You know, and because people just don't think about that. You know, they see everybody on fucking Weight Watchers, they see everybody doing all these 8-week challenges, whatever. Nobody's keeping that shit off. Very rarely are they keeping that shit off.
And it's an anomaly that they would keep it off, probably because, like, I don't know, for reasons, but a lot of the time, at least what we've experienced, what yo-yoing is where you're killing it, and then maybe like down the track is just like things start to crumble, things start to break down because those habits haven't been really ingrained, haven't been cemented, and then they just get back to square one, and they go back up, kill it, and they go back to square one, and they do this for such a long time where it just doesn't work that way. I wish we could. It'd be great, but
it would be amazing.
But
No,
it's just human nature is like we need time. We need to allow ourselves to, you know, let those conscious and subconscious habits kind of like be ingrained in us so we can continue to build those things. You can't do that in 6 weeks. You can't do that in 8 weeks. You know, like
But you know these things.
You know these things.
You know these things. You're watching the video. We've all yo-yoed before, you know. But really just change how you're thinking about goal setting, you know.
Yeah.
Be specific with what you want, but also figure out who do I need to become to achieve this and maintain it in my life. Once you start changing your frame, even that one little change, having that little change of frame and how you actually view goal achievement and lifestyle building, habit building, that'll have massive effects. And it will change what you think is realistic and what you actually want, maybe. Because maybe you don't want the six pack. You know, maybe you're like, that's not a lifestyle that I actually want to achieve or maintain or have or live.
And that's fine.
You know? Maybe I want to still drink. Maybe I still want to go out with the girls. Maybe I, you know, want to do X, Y, Z. You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, shred down for a wedding, whatever. But then it's about not coming right back to where you were at the start. It's okay, cool. What is my baseline lifestyle?
Exactly.
What would be my baseline lifestyle? And then how can I build upon that if I want to?
Exactly. Yeah,
right.
absolutely. Like, so right, build on, you like say you're here, visually speaking, you're here, you want to get to here, awesome, but how can we build your baseline to end up being here? And continue like to do that forever. Like, do that, you can literally do that forever. And that's a constant pursuit of, you know, a better version of self or build a lifestyle within health and fitness. Because you want to be healthy, don't deny it. Yeah, you want to seek results, but health is cool, dude.
Health is very cool.
Health is very cool.
There's no point fucking having all the money in the world if you got nobody to move. That was a bad quote. But you know what I'm saying.
You get what I'm saying.
You catch the drift.
You get it, you know.
Is it my move?
I don't know. Actually, I don't remember anymore. I don't think it's my move now. So, no, it's your move.
Check. Check. Literally check.
Fuck. That was quick.
Damn it. Yeah.
So this is goal setting.
That's how you set goals. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I think we sort of overcomplicated it a little bit, but realistically, you know, change your focus on what you're, you know, how you look at setting a goal, how you look at changing your life, how you look at what a result is. Once you can change that and focus on who you're becoming, what lifestyle you want to live, and what's going to be realistic for you, then get specific about it, and then hire a fucking coach to help get you there.
Plug.
Straightforward.
Straight plug. That was
Yeah. Oh, here's a couple. I don't know.
What do you know? There's a couple PTs in a pod right here, mate.
2 PTs in I love that.
I know.
I love that.
Fuck, it's really growing on me.
That's it.
Anyway, this is actually part 1, and we've talked about goal setting, but we've missed a crucial component around goal setting is the power of the why. So, stay tuned for the next episode coming out probably at some point this week. We're going to talk about the power of the why, and especially why is so important when it comes to goal success.
These first 3 videos are literally the most important things you'll watch. Do whatever you want after these, but you got to watch these and make sure you actually apply what you're learning as well.
Yeah. 100%. It's not going to be worth it when you're just going and listen to these and get a bit of a giggle and be like, yeah, that was cool, and then just don't do shit about it. Start actioning it. Or if you need any help, come chat to us. We're always happy to help you out.
Don't talk to us.
We'll
We
see
don't know what we're talking about.
We're just playing chess, man. We'll see you for part 2.
That's it.
That's it.
See ya.